Hi guys, it's Jane, and today we're going to talk about chapters 10 to 17 in Walk to Moons by Sharon Creech. So we're going to start at chapter 10, okay guys? Let's start. So, what do you know about Madison, Wisconsin? I actually did live in Wisconsin, quite near to Madison, but still about an hour's drive away, so I don't know a lot about Madison. Gramps is talking about shrapnel from German guns. That's not true. Do you think that it was right for Gramps to do that? And why do you think that Salamanca doesn't want to send any postcards to her dad? And do you agree that that Native American sounds too primitive and stiff, and that Indian is good is the right word, or do you think that Native American is the right word? Also, and then when she opens her eyes, very sorry, I'm getting my words mixed up today. They're gone, right? How did you feel, and how do you think that Sal felt just at that moment? But then she sees this, people were dancing, and right in the middle was her grandmother, right? Oh man, what did you think about that? Wasn't that funny? Okay, and also, how do you think that the Indians even accepted her grandmother? I thought that was really curious, actually. But anyway, in chapter 11, flinching. So, what do you think about land that is hilly and green with forests, and do you think that counts as scenery, or do you think that doesn't count as scenery at all? And then Graham asks about Phoebe, or PB, because she doesn't say it like Phoebe, okay? But anyway, everyone has their own agenda. That was the next message she received. What did you think about that? Did you think it was a little creepy? And what do you think that means anyway? And there was also, are you very protective or of your dad? Because Phoebe is. And also, what do you think of Ben anyway? What do you think of Ben? And also, do you think that Ben has a crush on Sal? But anyway, I also wanted to ask you about that lunatic that Sal saw at the shop. Do you think that he really is a lunatic? And also, who do you think he really is? And what do you think he was trying to do on the porch of the Winterbottom's house? But anyway, I wanted to also ask you about flinching, right? Ben mentions this. Do you flinch when somebody touches you? And why do you think that Sal flinches when Sal gets touched? And Mrs. Cadaver, do you think that she really is evil and mean? Or do you think that she's just a lady who just likes Sal's father and whose husband just died, and she just experienced a horrible death, that was all, and that cadaver, maybe that was just a mistake. And so what do you think? Because you need to look at this from all points of views. That is one skill that if you master, then that means that you're a very good thinker and reader. Why do you think that Sal's father was crying? Okay, chapter 12, the marriage bed. So there was a marriage bed, right? So also, what did you think about that story? Did you think it was pretty nice? And how did you think about the brothers and how they have moved the marriage bed? Do you think that it was very nice of the brothers? And if you had been Gramps, how would you have reacted to this? But before we talk about this, okay. So now I also wanted to ask you about the Pipestone National Monument. What did you think about this Pipestone National Monument? And also, have you ever smoked on a pipe? And would you like to smoke on a pipe? Okay. And I in chapter 13, Bouncing Berkway. So, what did you think about Mr. Berkway? How would you describe him? And if you had an English teacher, would you like somebody like Mr. Berkway, or would you like somebody that is a little more stricter? What did you think about him reading the journals? Did you think that was nice of him? And okay, so now in chapter 14, right, the rhododendron. So it's of course so Mrs. Cadaver slashing at a rose bush. Do you think that meant that she had any malice? Because Phoebe, of course, meant that there was a lot of malice. And why do you think that Mr. Berkway was there with her? And also, now that Sal's pointing out all those spooky things in Mrs. Cadaver's house, do you really think that she is a murderer? Sal doesn't like the blue sweater. Why do you think so? And if you had been Sal, how would you have reacted to that blue sweater? Okay, 15. A snake has a snack. So, South Dakota, how would you, do you live in hot weather, or have you visited hot weather? How do you like hot weather? And if you had been Gramps and Gran, would you have just dived into that river, and taken off your pants and everything with only your underwear? Or would you have not done that? And also, do you like swimming? Just a random question. And do you think that this river is actually private property? What do you think of that boy anyway? Then there was a snake, right? Do you like snakes? And also, if it was a poisonous one, how would you react to that? And Graham and Gramps. And Graham, do you think that she's gonna be okay? Okay, in chapter 16, the singing tree. The singing tree, do you think that the singing tree really is real? And the singing tree, do you think that it was fun to believe that? Or do you think that was just unrealistic? And also, why do you think the singing tree is so special to Sal? And why do you think now the whisperers will no longer hurry, 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 or rush, rush, right? Rush, right? Now they're saying slow down. Why is it suddenly like that? And if you slow down, what is the good things of slowing down? Okay, chapter 17, in a course of a lifetime. That's the message that Phoebe got. What do you think a course in a lifetime means, really? And how do you think that Phoebe is treating her mother? Do you think that Phoebe is very nice about it? I don't like this, how she's treating her mother. Do you? And also, do you think that in the course of a lifetime, this is actually a very important philosophy, right? In the course of a lifetime, there might be something that's really important to you right now, but in the course of a lifetime, what would matter? There are some things that do last the course of a lifetime. Like, let's say you winning this awesome piano award or you winning, maybe you go to an audition where you're playing the violin and you need to win this to go to Juilliard and you win it, right? That was a life-changing thing. And in the course of a lifetime, it matters. But if you, let's say that you go on this ride that your sister or your brother or your sibling or your parents really want to go to, but you don't want to go there, okay? And it's like a theme park ride, okay? And you're like, I don't want to go there, but you you have to wait in a long line, okay? But so now you're grumpy and you're like, you're really grumpy, right? Well, in the course of a lifetime, what does that matter? So this is actually really important philosophy that I really like to think about. So I hope that you also think about this philosophy. And also, everyone has their own agenda. That one too. I mean, like, people, if you keep on interfering with somebody else, everyone has their own agenda, their own list to do things, right? Don't you agree? So we should also think of that, and also Walk to Moons. The Walk to Moons is actually the title, right? Well, Walk to Moons is another, actually Walk to Moons is only like the first part. It's actually Walk to Moons, right? So there's the rest of the sentence, right? Walk to Moons, and then there's more. But what it's saying is that you should think of them. I mean, like, don't judge someone very quickly. Think of how you would feel in their shoes. All of these are very, very important pieces of advice and philosophy. So I hope that you really put this into your mind and try to do this, because this may really help. It might really help in your life. So I hope that you really put that into mind. But anyway, like I always say, what was your favorite part of chapters 10 to 17? And I also wanted to ask you, what do you predict will happen next? And are you a little jealous because you're traveling all around? And also, what do you think of Walk to Moon so far? And as always, I'm gonna say bye. And that I hope that you really have an awesome day, okay guys? And remember, if you're having a grumpy day, in the course of a lifetime, what does it matter?